we would always say that we love the Sydney mission so much because it's like you get a part of every mission. It's so diverse in Sydney, and that's something that I didn't expect. But you'll go in areas where, as I said, it will feel like you're in China or Korea. You'll go to areas where it feel like you're in the islands. There's just so many different kinds of people to meet there. And that's what I loved about it. So I feel like now I can relate to a lot of different missionaries, coming back and talking with them about their missions. I say, oh yeah, I know what that's like. As far as the languages go, there were missionaries that I remember that were called there to speak Mandarin, Chinese. There were some that spoke Cantonese. Before the mission split, I was there when it split. Before that, there were missionaries that spoke Spanish. Afterwards, missionaries that spoke Samoan, Tongan, lots of languages. It was cool. And it was really neat to get to know them and see them on their journey, learning the language, getting to know the culture. Well, as far as the awards and stakes go, there's probably under 10 stakes there, I would say. But they're really great stakes. There's also a district, and they have branches there. And so serving in Sydney, you might get the chance to serve in a branch. You'll probably mostly serve in wards. The wards are a bit smaller than they are in a place like Utah, but there's definitely still a good amount of people there. One of the wards that I served in had maybe 70 people that would come each week, and another one had just over 100. So it depended on where you were at. Some of the wards were big, some of them were really, really small. I remember I was in a sacrament meeting once where there was probably 17 people or less that were there. So it's pretty diverse in that way too. The church is definitely doing well in Australia. Their leaders are great. I met some of the greatest leaders on my mission, and they're doing a lot to help the work move forward in that area. Yeah, the temple that they go to is the Sydney Temple. It's pretty close to the mission home, and some people, I remember there was a man who lived about 2 hours north, car drive. He was in his 90s somewhere, but he would train down to come to the temple every week to work in the temple. And so it's just, there's a lot of really, really good people that travel pretty far to go to the temple. I mean, like where I'm from in Utah, it's pretty easy to go to a temple within less than an hour of a distance. And so it was cool to see people and the time that they took to go to the temple, even though it was a little bit far for some of them. When I started my mission, it started out as the Sydney mission. And then when I was out, probably just over 7 months, the mission split, and they had the South Mission and the North Mission, and I went to the Sydney North Mission. And I was lucky I got to stay with the same mission president. So yeah, that was pretty much how it happened.